Today I'll be talking about Dayeon's favoritism in Girls Planet 999, how Mina ruined AOA, and of course LOONA being in trouble. First, we're going to be talking about the whole AOA scandal and how it took a very unexpected turn. Now, I'm not going to go super in-depth into the details because many great videos have been made on the situation, which I'll link below if you want to know more. I'm just here to give my thoughts, not go super in-depth on it, especially since there is so much to cover. The gist is that last year in 2020, AOA's Mina accused her bandmate and the leader of the group, Jimin, of bullying her, and the whole internet sided with her, especially after she posted pictures of SH on her IG account. Jimin, as a result from the backlash, left AOA, apologized, and also just left the entertainment industry in general. I almost made a video on the topic last year, but didn't because I didn't want to profit off Mina's very obvious pain. And at the time, I was a huge AOA stan. They were, at the time, my second favorite girl group. I was also rooting for them on Queendom, and I also owned some of their albums and even had a poster of them on my wall. So this news really devastated me, and when Mina talked about how all the members didn't stop Jimin from bullying with her and were basically complicit, that's when I decided to stop supporting AOA as a whole. The internet at the time had a ball making fun of Jimin and calling her a bad rapper, taking digs at her appearance, calling her a bad leader, a bad person who deserves nothing but bad things. And there were also like some very far-fetched compilations of her being mean to Mina, which racked up like millions and millions of views. And to be honest, at the time I had a hard time believing this because I followed all the AOA members on Instagram and I never really got like a bad vibe from Jimin. In fact, I thought at the time she was suffering mentally and physically because she just kept getting skinnier and skinnier. So it was kind of hard for me to believe that Jimin would turn out to be like really evil. However, after these allegations came forward, I was like, okay, chances are we really don't know our faves, and maybe I was wrong about Jimin and also the other AOA members. Then what happened is that Mina kept bringing up the situation over and over again. Like, she couldn't stop talking about Jimin, and she also didn't let the police investigate the situation after a fan decided to tell the police about it and launch an investigation. And that's when I started having my doubts, but I didn't say anything because I could have been wrong. However, when Dispatch recently exposed the recordings of the conversations between the AOA members and Mina, and also the text messages where Mina won't leave Jimin alone, won't let her breathe, that's when I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. Like, this really happened. Like, we were all fooled. Now, Mina had a really hard life, something I wouldn't wish on even on my worst enemies. And it's also very obvious that she has some really horrible mental health issues. But that's still not an excuse for her to ruin and tarnish AOA's reputation and turn Jimin into a villain when chances are that's not the case at all. Mina didn't just ruin AOA's reputation, she single-handedly ruined all the girls' lives. Now, according to Jimin's neighbors, Jimin now lives as a recluse and has completely left the industry for Mina's lies. That's just very tragic to me, and I can't even imagine how awful she feels from all the hate that she got in the past year. Because she got some immense hate, not just from people in Korea, but from people all over the world. From people that did not even listen to AOA or didn't even know about Mina or Jimin beforehand. I get depressed if I see a slightly negative comment on my videos, so I really don't want to imagine how she felt when everyone had a blast tearing her apart left and right. The other AOA members weren't sadly able to escape this and likely lost a lot of opportunities and fans, and also were impacted very negatively on their mental health as a result of this. And it's deeply upsetting that people are not talking about AOA being innocent. I am so glad they exposed Mina's lies. Mina obviously needs professional help, and she needs to stay off the internet and really reflect her actions. Not to mention, she needs to be held accountable for her actions for what she did. Yes, a lot of you would argue with me and say she wasn't in her right mind and she is clearly mentally unstable, but it's still not an excuse for all the pain and suffering she caused the AOA members and also their friends and family for the past year. Anyways, I wanted to talk about this because I want justice for AOA AOA, and I really hope they all can speak out on the situation and give their side on it. This situation taught me a very valuable lesson that mom mentality can easily get to you, and that you should do your research and not really take sides when there isn't enough, evidence supporting it. That's not saying if someone claims they have been bullied, your reaction should be, oh, they're lying and want attention, but it should be more like, oh, that sucks, but I will not take sides or say anything unless more evidence has come up. Also, Stan Twitter or Twitter in general is full of misinformation. So yeah, a lot of people believe a hit tweet or a hit thread on Twitter and call it a day. But if you are invested in a situation, then you should really look into it and do your research rather than believe what you instantly see about the situation and just believing it and just not giving the people being accused a fair chance. Okay, now we're going to be talking about LOONA. So as for LOONA, they are in trouble because their company, Blockberry Creative, is having some serious financial issues. Their parent company, Polaris Entertainment, they had a case filed against them where an IT company named Donuts, yes, they basically said that they did not meet the terms of contract. Other than that, BBC also spent like around $3 million to debut LOONA, as the girls had their own solos and subunit projects, and with the MVs shot in very foreign countries. And after debut, LOONA also had very expensive music videos and costuming and all of that. Then the company also was exposed for not paying $600 worth of wages apart from taxes and insurance. Like, damn, that is basically a crazy amount of money. And as a result, recently a news ad agency reported that the staff had to leave the company as likely they weren't properly compensated for it. Now, this situation clearly sucks because it's unsure whether LOONA can survive this and come back. LOONA can easily sell out albums and merch because they are a well-known and popular girl group, so the company having financial issues is quite sad and also very sus. If you know what I mean, then you know. Anyways, people's reactions to the situation were honestly quite disgusting because the fandom is not well liked by, K-pop stan Twitter for their behavior. It doesn't mean that you should be celebrating this situation. Like, that's so messed up. Like, people are losing their jobs, and these girls who worked so hard to debut are likely getting their dreams crushed like this. So it's like nothing to celebrate. Even if you don't like LOONA or the members or just dislike them, it's not a situation to make fun of. It's deeper than K-pop, so that's why. Also, on a lighter side, Orbits are making jokes about LOONA or them joining Squid Game to, help save LOONA. So yeah, you can count on Orbits to joke when they're in pain. Anyways, I'm worried for LOONA. I don't know if they can overcome this, but I hope they do. I also hope that the people who lost their jobs can overcome this as well, and I wish them only good things. Last topic of this video is gonna be Dayeon's favoritism in Girls Planet 999. It's very obvious that many of you are subscribed to me for my Girls Planet 999 content, and last week I didn't make a video on episode 9 because I had nothing interesting to say, as the episode was less about the performances and more so about the girls doing weird stuff like flying, farming, getting their bones cracked, and even visiting Dayeon's mom. But yeah, speaking of Dayeon's mom, let's discuss Kim Dayeon's favoritism on the show. Of course, this is not hate or shade towards Dayeon. She is not editing the episodes or creating the storylines surrounding it. She's just trying her best to survive in the show, and I personally really love her, and I think she'll make a great addition to the final lineup. However, in the last few episodes, Dayeon has been given excessive amounts of screen time and being angel edited, a coin that I termed... Okay, I don't think I really termed it, but I've been using that word lately. Like, Mnet is not even being subtle at this point that they really, really want Dayeon to debut, and that they likely want her to be the center of the group rather than Shan Jiaoting or Yurina, because Yurina is Japanese, Shan Jiaoting is Chinese, and Dayeon is Korean, so obviously they would want, a Korean girl to be the center of a K-pop group. During the ice cream performance specifically, Dayeon was shown by Mnet to be a really, really great leader and someone who works hard and is talented and basically building up an improvement arc, kind of like in a shonen anime. And then she constantly got compared to Chai Bing, where Mnet is like, look at Chai Bing, she is a bad leader and a horrible person, horrible selfish person, but Dayeon is too good to be true, and it was like so weird. And then Mnet went ham, absolute ham on the situation. Later on in the episodes when Chaibing and Dayeon wanted to be the leaders for the Snake team, it was clear as day that Mnet wants you to love Dayeon and hate Chaibing, because you had clips being shown where Chaibing was struggling to lead the team and the members had complaints about her, like nothing but complaints, whereas everyone praised Dayeon and wanted her to be the leader instead, and also showing clips of Dayeon just, really working well with the team and helping them out. Now, this video is not about Chaibing. This isn't about whether she was right or wrong, or whether you should like her or hate her or whatever, but it's more so about Mnet really wants you to like Dayeon and make her look like a complete angel by putting her up against Chaibing. Like, Dayeon is the hero of the story, whereas Chaibing is the villain. And of course, in episode 9, we had this very, very weird and unusual segment where Shoot Team, which Dayeon is not even a part of, visits Dayeon's mom and her home. And it was so bizarre and also a bit awkward. Like, instead of it about being the Shoot Team, Mnet again made it about Dayeon and made Shoot Team to go there and promote Dayeon. They likely showed her family and her home and also her room so that the audience can get more emotionally invested in Dayeon and find her relatable. And of course, you also had the Shoot Team girls write letters to Dayeon, and yeah, it was like, yeah, you guys really want me to like Dayeon, and yeah, it was very obvious. And I wish Shoot Team was able to visit their own families and not Dayeon's mom. So yes, last episode really cemented everyone's beliefs that Mnet wants you guys to vote for Dayeon and make her the center of this group. And I personally am not a fan of this aggressive promotion of Dayeon because it's only driving people away. Yes, it will not make her drop out of from the top 9 because she clearly is very popular right now. But it will make people hate Dayeon, which is very unfair. In my last community tab, I had so many people saying they are sick of Dayeon and they won't vote for her because Mnet only gives her screen time. And that makes me sad because Dayeon clearly did nothing wrong. It's Mnet that is just shoving her down everyone's throat. Also, it sucks that because of this, lesser and talented trainees are not gonna get the screen time they very much so deserve and will likely get eliminated despite being as good and as likable as Dayeon. So yeah, too long, didn't read. Blame Mnet, not Dayeon. And also vote for my girl Bora because she's in danger of elimination and we need a main vocalist in this group. So yeah, vote for my girl Bora. But yeah, that's everything that I wanted to say in this video. Definitely let me know your thoughts on these topics in the comment section below, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye, take care.